All right. Okay. I think that's enough time to let everyone who's let everyone pile in. Maybe. I guess it's what, a couple minutes. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So before we get into the action today, I do want to do a little recap and discussion of what happened in the last stream. So the gist of it is, after climbing through the central factory of the Mechonis, we reached the capital, Agniratha, and we learned about a little more about the history of the conflict between the Bionis and the Mechonis. We saw that for some strange reason, the Bionis suddenly attacked. We also met Egil, who was, well, he was there at the time. So when Shulk finally confronted Egil admitted that he had absolutely no problem with the people of the Bionis. None whatsoever. His whole problem is entirely with the Bionis itself. Or rather, with Zanza. And the reason that he was making all of these faced Mechon was twofold. First, it was first was to stop the power of the Bionis, because, or not the Bionis, the Monado, because the Monado couldn't hurt anyone, any sentient people that came from the Bionis. That was its core limitation, as you may recall. Uh, the other reason is what he called starvation tactics. So this is something we saw in like the second stream, I think. Way back in Tefra Cave, when Shulk and Rhine found some travelers in Tefra Cave. And, travelers who had been killed by monsters. And they had they gave them a proper burial. And Rhine says something, he says like a prayer of sorts. From the Bionis we came, and to the Bionis we return. Turns out that was more than just a simple blessing for the dead. The Bionis sustains itself on the ether that makes up people. So Egil wanted to remove that source of ether from the Bionis. And that was his whole plan. All of that was out of revenge against Zanza. Zanza, who controls the Bionis. Zanza, who just suddenly attacked for no apparent reason. So, despite the protests of his own sister, of his own people, of even Maineth, Zanza's counterpart as a god of the world, despite all of their protests, Egil decided to keep going with this plan to try to wipe out the Bionis. He even seized control of the Mechonis itself. So naturally, Shulk had to leap into action. They destroyed the Apocrypha generator that was limiting him, which, you know, showed just how much strength Shulk was exerting just to keep the Monado working with the Apocrypha generator running. And so they fight. And because Shulk is the main character, of course, Shulk wins. He leaps up to where Egil is. He's got the Monado raised above his head. Hi, Max. So he's got the Monado raised above his head. He's about to deal the killing blow when he hears a voice in his head. The voice of the giant Zanza, saying, "Do it. Kill him. You want to kill him. He's right there. Just do it." And even Shulk is starting to think, yeah, I do want to kill him. I'm going to do it. But then something... I don't know. Somehow he realizes that that's not quite right. He doesn't actually want to kill him. So he brings down his sword and intentionally misses. And he tells Egil, "Look, I don't want to kill you. But I know you're not going to stop trying to destroy the Bionis. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop you each and every time until we come to an understanding, because we've gone through similar pain. There's a way for us to understand each other. And I'm just going to keep trying to find that way." And then that's when Egil reveals something. He says that Shulk has done not only a great job of wielding the Monado, but of maintaining his sense of self. And he talks about the giant Zanza, but he calls him Arglus. And it turns out that Arglus, the giant, had also wielded the Monado at one point. And over time, he turned into Zanza, and that's when the Bionis attacked. So, Egil decided that, you know what, maybe it was time to stop this war against the Bionis. What he really wanted to do was break this curse of Zanza, he called it. And with someone like Shulk working with him, then maybe they could actually do it. And then a shot rang out, and Dixon was holding the gun. So, I think it's time to pick up from there. That's about right where I left off.
Shulk!
Dixon! Why? Oi, old man! Are you completely out of your mind?
Don't you kids ever shut up. I'm just doing my job, as always. Right?
Who are you?
It's you.
Yes. Now you remember. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Egil? Too long. Huh?
Zanzas. Disciple? Zanza's disciple? Iggle, what do you mean? Dixon, what are you?
I don't have to explain anything. As they say, seeing is believing. Now, witness it with your own eyes. The moment of Lord Zanza's return.
Shulk! Get away from him! No! Ah!
Zanza! I won't let you do this!
Brother!
Shulk! Wait, who's this guy? Zanza.
Do not be surprised. Everything in this world is dictated by the passage of fate. As all that exists is interconnected, time can flow only towards the inevitable. That is the vision of which I, the Monado, am the origin. That which will be, will be. This was all predestined. Ever since I came to reside within Shulk.
What do you mean? Zanza grew tired from our battle. And then the High Entier ancestors trapped him. His flesh was sealed away on Prison Island. His soul, and hence the Monado, was confined to Osse Tower.
In those ruins? But what does this have to do with Shulk?
Did you forget? Who discovered those ruins? Who happened to be there? Who was the survivor we found? And who brought back that survivor?
What are you saying? You planned all this when you found Shulk?
Jackpot. It was all for this day. In fact, there was never anyone called Shulk to begin with.
What?
My soul existed inside the Monado. It was fated that I be released. It was shown to me in a vision. At last the time finally came, and then...
The people who found the Monado and freed it awoke Zanza. He sucked the lives from them, so he could live. Shulk was among them.
Shulk was already dead. That's impossible. We grew up together.
You grew up with an empty shell. He appeared to live because I became his life force. That is until he had matured as my new vessel and become worthy of wielding the Monado, allowing me to truly awaken and finally return.
Lord Zanza is the soul of the Bionis, but he still needs a living body. Just like Mayneth over there. Ha! Call that corpse a friend? Don't make me laugh.
But why use Shulk? What was it that made you select Shulk as your vessel?
There was no particular reason. Shulk merely happened to be there at the time.
There you have it. Anybody would have done. As long as they could swing a sword around, at least.
So then, Shulk's ability to use the Monado.
And those visions that he used to save us.
All because of Lord Zanza. Lord Zanza can see the passage of fate. He simply led you to the inevitable. The destruction of Colony 9. The death of that pompous old High Entier fool. And that Grunt Gaddo's miserable demise. All of it.
You evil...
Yeah! There's more. We haven't even got to the best part.
What are you gonna do, Dixon?
Don't you get it? You're just in the way. The lot of you. This world was created by Lord Zanza. By the very Bionis itself. Then you things think you can just spring up all over the place.
All life that is born from me must be returned to me eventually to complete the cycle. For me to continue my existence as before, then all must be restored to its former order.
In other words, the destruction and recreation of the world. Nothing more to it.
First, we must eliminate my greatest obstacle. You, Mayneth. The Mechonis!
The Bionis!
Bionis moves!
I've been waiting. Waiting for this day. Zanza!
Brother! Stop! You're too weak!
I don't care. I will gladly sacrifice myself to eliminate Zanza. As long as he lives, there can be no peace for us, or for the people of Bionis.
Ha! Then you shall cease to exist. By the wrath of my blade!
It's the Monado. I'll show you the meaning of wrath. What?
It's finished!
Why? Egil and Shul could put their differences aside.
Meaningless sentiment.
Zanza! Right, now! Yeah!
How could you do this?
It is from me that all life is born. It lives only for me. And it shall be returned. So you have finally unleashed your Monado. And there was me thinking you would die with dignity.
I finally understand. The futures of our children belong to them alone. Though we are their creators, their lives are theirs to control. Even if the passage of fate is as you have decided, I will teach you the strength of their will to resist. Zanza, if you choose to deny the existence of every living being but yourself, then I choose to fight. To fight for them!
That's right. We won't let you erase everyone's futures.
This battle is mine.
Alright, we've got a little break in the cutscenes for some gameplay.
I can do it. I know I can.
So this isn't much of a fight, if you can believe that.
Beat anyone.
Fairly scripted.
Sword throws. 1, 2, 3.
Is that all you've got?
I can
Is
do
that
it.
all you've got?
But if I could have, I would point out that right now Fiora is wielding a Monado of her own.
Healing energy.
And it comes with special stats that makes it so it's actually kind of possible to do anything. Because you can see Zanza here has that red, like, name plate thing going on. That means he's supposed to be incredibly hard to hit. But I wasn't having any trouble at all. Except for a little moment, but that's fine.
Something wrong? Is this the height of your skill? You call yourself a god? And you talk of sharing this world with me? So that's why. The dead boy is important to you. The Homs are nothing but bacteria, clinging to my body.
They are living beings. If you cannot understand this, you have no right to call yourself a god.
And who decides that? A god? Because only a god may decide. This world only needs one god, Maynard. May you rot in that shell for all eternity!
Fiora!
Face me like a god! If not, then say goodbye to your putrid friends! Such a fool.
This is what I wish. This world belongs to you all. Create a world with no need for gods.
This is the passage of fate.
Zanza, disappear!
He's gone. And things ain't looking good for us.
Let it begin. The ceremony of destruction and recreation!
The Bionis? That light? What's happening now? Vanea. I'm sorry. I was...
I understand. I always knew it might come to this.
Go, Vanea. Do what you must, while there is still time remaining. All hope is not lost.
No! You must come with me.
I, too, have something that I must do. The final wish. entrusted to me by Lady Mayneth.
Oh, brother. Melia?
I understand your feelings. Leave it to us. We know what we must do. We will do all we can for the people of Mechonis.
Now go. Shulk can still be saved. Do not let the last glimmer of hope be extinguished.
Egil. Go in peace.
Let's go. We're leaving the Mechonis. Ryan, take care of Shulk.
Got it.
You okay?
Yes.
Good. It still works. The whole place is gonna blow. We must return to Junks via the central factory.
Let's go!
Dun, what about Egil?
He'll fight Zanza to the very end. But we have our part of the bargain. Once he's gone, we're the only ones left. Let's move, everyone!
Goodbye, my brother.
Alright. Another gameplay break. Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so something I did want to mention is, this goes back to, gosh, like, the very end of the first stream, I think? When, after the attack on Colony 9, and Shulk is talking with Ryan about how he plans to leave on his quest for vengeance. Ryan says something about, like, or I don't remember, someone says something about how, you know, Fiora wouldn't want them to embark on a dangerous journey. Fiora would want them to live the best kind of life they can. And Shulk says that part of him does feel that way, but an even louder part in his head is screaming for revenge. And, well, now we know why. That other part of him calling for revenge was Zanza himself. And that's also why Shulk had dreams where someone is telling him, "You're not here anymore." Because it was Zanza controlling his body, or sustaining his body. Alright, so I believe it's time for more cutscene. Oh. Oh, damn, there's a quest I could have picked up. Oh well. Too late. It's technically not too late, but it's too late. So it is kind of silly that there's a choice here to go back or not. That's because if I really wanted to, I could go back through the entire Mechonis, but only on foot. I'm not allowed to fast travel at all. But we're not here for that. We're gonna just get out of here. Just don't let that urgent music fool you.
Stubborn mortals, so desperate to cling to your pathetic lives, even when there is no hope for you!
Don't you ever give up!
Never. But hear this, Zanza. They will judge me not in life, but death. For both our worlds, you must succeed, Lady Maynard.
The Mechonis! Egil!
Look starboard! What's that cloud?
It's Telethia!
You're not getting away!
Dixon!
Listen, it's over. Time for you all to return to the Bionis. Nice and quietly.
That's enough! Why, Dixon? What made you like this? Shulk looked up to you, respected you!
Dixon! Don't let Zanza control you! Wake up!
You can quit your belly aching. I'm in total control. I've always been like this. Ever since long before any of you lot were born.
Before we were born?
Now you get it. It's just like Egil said. I'm Lord Zanza's disciple. Dixon of the Trinity!
Alright, I guess we've got a little fight on our hands. Shulk is obviously unavailable. Let's see, I can't remember if this thing has mind read or soul read or whatever. I really hope not, because that's going to be really inconvenient. Alright,
I can do it. I know I can. Follow my lead.
Oh, god damn it. I think I just lost Rhine or someone from the...
Ryan, don't mess up.
Did I? I don't know. Someone got toppled, and I think that's going to disrupt my chain attack. No, I guess not. Okay. Alright.
Gale Flash! You cannot escape!
Alrighty! I feel like I could beat anyone.
Beautiful movement, Fiora!
That was
69,000
great,
damage. Nice. Oh, there it is. There's that soul read. Damn it.
Thank you. Healing energy! getting anywhere.
So good.
Get a hold of yourself.
Well, that's double not good.
I can't take
What?
anymore.
Okay, thank God. Not a great vantage point, but we made it through the fight.
You waste of space. Not so tough without shulk, eh? Stupid beast. You should be grateful. Not everyone has a war buddy like me to lead them along. Tasted good, didn't they? The victory drinks we used to share.
I'll kill you!
What? Who was that? Show yourself!
Melia, are you all right?
Brother!
Callian! Dixon! He works for the Bionis! He shot Shulk in the back! Is this true? Dixon? This ends here. Your Telethia are no match for our Havres squadron. You cannot win!
Maybe you should be concentrating on your own people instead of barking at me. Looks like you've forgotten your destiny. Right, Lorithia?
Lorithia! Are you involved in this as well?
Your Highness, your naivety is quite charming, but it is also your undoing. I had much fun playing with you and your father.
What? What is this light?
Ether particles emitted so that the Bionis can be destroyed and reborn. What do you get if you cross high concentrations of ether with high entia?
No! You wouldn't! Lorithia!
Awaken, my darling pets!
They are...
Telethia!
Lorithia! Let him go!
You misunderstand, child. This is the reason why high entia are born. Do not blame poor old me.
Explain yourself!
It's just like she says. The High Entia are a race created by Lord Zanza to eliminate any annoying life forms in the preparation for the rebirth of the Bionis. Their bodies contain a gene that, when the time comes, transforms them into Telethia.
It can't be. Say it isn't so.
Melia, it is true. That is why you are our only hope.
Brother?
Whatever. We won't be needing a half-breed like you anyway. I mean, if you don't turn into a Telethia, it just means you're gonna get crushed by one. That's the only thing you're good for. Rise up, pets. Do my bidding. Kill your lovely sister.
Just hold on! I'll find a way to save you!
Melia! So sorry. I always placed such a heavy burden on you.
Don't say such things, brother!
But at least I can still shoulder the destiny of our people. the burden meant for you?
Brings a tear to my eye.
These moments are to be treasured. How?
Melia! Father's wish and the future of the High Entia are in your hands. Yours and Shulk's.
Telethia! Destroy him! Dixon!
I got it. Too late. Damn him.
So, if you were wondering what made Melia so perfect to be the next Empress of the High Entia, if you recall when she went to that ancient tomb, and there was that that voice that said that talking about her genetic makeup. Well, that's what they were talking about. That gene that would make them turn into Telethia. That would make High Entia turn into Telethia. Melia doesn't have that because she's part Homs. That was the goal of the Imperial line all along. That was why they would take on... The Emperor would take on a High Entia consort and a human consort. Anyway. Let's move along. Doesn't really matter. We'll save here.
Where am I? Oh. So I'm... What was I doing? What was the purpose of my life? No. I've got it wrong. I was never alive. It was Zanza. All along. Everything I did was...
Do you want to say pointless?
That voice.
Nobody else can decide that. Only you.
Shulk. Here. Mikol made you a wonderful new weapon. Since you lost your Monado, I mean. It uses the latest Machina technology. Use it when you wake up. Then, let's all go on living.
We've relocated the Hyentia and the Nopon refugees to Colony 6. Thankfully, the Mekon did us a favor by fortifying it for us. It should hold out for a while.
It's ironic. We want to escape Zanza, but we can't leave his body, the Bionis.
Well, this is our home.
Princess, I have to know. Should we be worried about the evacuated Hyentia?
I cannot be sure, but I believe not. All those who survived are part Homs like me.
Understood.
If they ever do transform, I will be among them. If that time comes, you know what to do.
Are you sure?
Everyone is obliged to accept their fate.
No way! There's no way Callian would leave the fate of the Hyentia to you if that was gonna happen.
Precisely. And Melia, if we are to survive, we must fight Zanza and the Telethia. It may not be the case with all of them, but a large number of Telethia were once Hyentia. Your subjects and your brethren.
I am prepared for that. Even if it means harming my brethren, it is for the protection of the survivors. That is the final wish of my father and brother. I will fight to free the souls stolen by Zanza.
You're a fighter, Melia. We will need all your strength in the fight ahead.
How's Shulk?
He's going to make it. His wound has closed. I think Mainith used the last of her power to protect him.
So he's okay?
Linada is tending to him now. Fiora?
He won't wake up. It's like his consciousness has sunk to the bottom of a cold, dark lake. I keep saying his name, but he doesn't respond.
Zanza's gonna pay for this.
What if the Telethia attack?
Then we'll have to fight without Shulk. That's why we've strengthened our defenses.
That weapon I made should come in handy as well.
We're backed into a corner, but we'll give it all we've got.
Can your resistance truly achieve anything?
What do you mean by that, Alvis?
Exactly what I said. We were all born of the Bionis, of Zanza. It is Zanza's will that the Telethia return us to the body from whence we came. Whether we die of old age or in battle, we all eventually return to the Bionis. We cannot escape this fate. Am I wrong?
You've got it backwards, man. Just because he thinks it doesn't make it so. We decide whether to keep living or not.
I agree. Even though he's our creator, that doesn't afford him the right to take our lives on a whim.
But that is the thinking of a Homs. He is a god. Such morals cannot apply to gods.
So you think we should just shut up and die?
If that is the fate decided by a god.
You are mistaken if you think we will simply accept such a fate and wait to die.
We'll never stop fighting, not till the end.
To Zanza, the outcome is the same. Thus your logic is flawed.
It ain't the outcome that's important. It's the will to fight back.
Even if you die in vain.
Alvis! Whose side are you on? You scared or something? Frightened of a few Telethia?
Stop this. There's no point fighting amongst ourselves.
Fiora?
Sorry. I need to go and get some air.
You know, to be fair, Alvis does raise kind of a good point. Oh, right, the music. So I want to show off something in the affinity chart real quick. So you see all of these people that are kind of grayed out. Oops, these were all full-blooded Hyentia. Which means they're all gone now. All of them. All of these grayed out faces, they're just gone. In fact, there's one. You can also see that some of these colors have changed. These borders. It's because they've been relocated to different places, so... Anyway. I'm just gonna skip that quest just for now. Got all the bright and cheery music of Colony 6. Quite the contrast with what's going on, I would say.
Fiora, are you all right?
Guess I wasn't hiding it well. I didn't want to worry anyone.
It must be difficult living with that body.
I'm getting more and more used to it. But people still look at me funny. Oh, it's not that bad. It feels pretty comfortable, actually. I don't need to worry about food or anything like that.
I see.
This body, the energy from the chest component made it work. It turned out to be a Monado. Such a strange feeling.
A Monado? Was that the Monado that Zanza took from Mayneth? Will your body cease to function?
I'll be fine for now. There's still some stored energy left.
But then what?
Melia, if I ever... Please take care of Shulk.
Don't talk like that! How can you ask me such a thing?
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
You're right. Thank you, Melia.
If Shulk awakes, will you tell him?
No. He worries too much anyway.
He does worry. It's just like him.
Actually, I'm already dead. I have been since the Mechon attacked.
Fiora...
But I'm happy now. This body has given me the chance to live. Maybe I don't have much time left, but at least I can be with Shulk for a little while longer.
Do you feel that strongly for him?
Yes. That's why I'll fight on and help him in any way I can. Let's get back. Everyone will start worrying.
Yes, you are right.
And Melia? Can you keep it secret from the others?
You do not want them to worry. I admire your strength.
Maybe I'll tell him. But only when the time is right.
I won't say a word. I'm nothing compared to her.
A siren!
Fiora, let's hurry back.
Okay.
Okay, now before I forget, there's something else I wanted to do. I gotta rearrange my arts a little bit. And it's gonna be important. Where is it? Mind Blast. We'll put that in over Burst End. For capital R, reasons. But for now, let's hurry back. On foot for the dramatic tension. Oh. Want to take the bridge, that's for sure.
That siren! Is that... Telethia! A horde of them are approaching! Let's move!
Gotcha!
I'm going too!
But Shulk needs you!
I know! But I can't just stay here. What if something happened to you? What would I tell Shulk when he wakes up?
Fiora, are you sure?
Lots of Dino Beast!
Look, it's him!
So he survived.
Dixon!
That's right. Glad to see me.
Shut up!
Looks like that high Entier's big bro died for nothing. Oh, don't be like that. You'll meet him soon enough. You might even be reborn if you return to Lord Zanza. Who knows? He might be your boyfriend next life.
You will not mock the memory of my brother!
You lot don't know when you're beaten. Why don't you just give up?
It's my decision.
In order to perpetuate their existence, Zanza and Mayneth must use a being they created as a physical host. They cannot exist forever as mere souls. This world was created so that they may continue to exist. It is for this reason that its existence and future is in their hands. This is the passage of fate, and your visions. People live and die at the mercy of Zanza, and through this, Zanza maintains the existence of this world.
Our destruction was always inevitable. everything we did was meaningless.
Are you certain? It was his will to revive you and use you as a host. Taking the Monado from Mayneth, doing with the world as he wishes. Everything was as he decided. But why is it that Zanza now wishes to destroy you? What is the need for this?
That's because...
He in fact has no choice but to do it. If he does not, he risks his entire existence.
And we're the source of that risk. But why?
It is a marvel to exist outside the passage of fate. The lives created by Zanza and Mayneth inevitably attempt to escape the passage of fate. This signifies the beginning of their destruction. Mayneth accepted this and entrusted the future of this world to you. Many times, your visions have allowed you to change the passage of fate. You saved the lives of those destined to die.
I couldn't save everyone.
Nothing that exists is perfect. It is a sad truth, but you can learn from it and begin the journey on a new path. Not Zanza's path, but one that you forge yourselves.
Our own path.
So, decide, Shulk. Will you walk the path laid out by Zanza, or will you walk a new path? The Monado awaits you.
That was always how it was going to be. If I'd wanted to walk the predetermined path, I wouldn't have come this far. Even with the odds stacked against us, even though I can't see the future, I'll keep walking. My own path, that I decide. Fiora, Rhine, Dunvan, Sharla, Melia, Ricky. We all feel the same.
Well then, you must defy fate to succeed. Succeed, and follow a new path.
Alvis, are you...
You already know. You know what I am, and what you must do.
These things don't give up.
Ricky never lose. Ricky protect Colony 6.
Right. We can't let them get any further.
You know the drill. Take them down.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Is this a good party? Good enough. Let's do it.
Your fighting spirit is mine! Witness my true power!
I'm powering up. Now it's right time. Bring it on.
Spear summon!
Alright.
Coward! Manifest yourself! Ether is flowing through me! Let us that call double blade!
Now it's right time.
Alright, let's... There we go. Oh wait. Oh, immune to topple. Fair enough.
Manifest yourself. Double manifest yourself. Let us I'm feeling pretty good. Your actions impress me, Fiora.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Now it's Ryan's time.
I can do it. I know I can. It's wonderful to be with everyone. Your words ring true, Fiora. Double blade. Witness my true power.
Don't mess with the...
Get him, Ricky.
If only Shulk was here! We're dead meat without the Monado!
Get away from him! Forget about the Monado, kid. More space between Zanza and us, the better.
If Ryan's got time to sound off, we must be doing okay.
We are doing okay.
Ryan is correct. Perhaps we relied too much on the Monado and Shulk.
Right. We've chosen to fight the Bionis. We have to manage on our own.
Look at them struggle. If they can't even handle a few Telethia, how do they expect to defeat me?
This is not the end!
Daban!
Fiora!
Are you okay?
I just overdid it. Fiora!
I'm okay. I can still fight.
Why are you bothering to try and cover it up? Go on, just admit you've had enough.
Never!
Look out!
Lots of dino beasts.
It truly seems as though everything is going as Zanza planned. But our hearts and minds, they still hold the will to seize our own destiny. No matter how hard you try to break us, the future is ours to shape, Dixon. Always!
When will you learn you have no future? Face it, your destiny is to die here. What? Shoot!
Thank goodness you're here!
Damn kid! So you're still alive! Attack! Destroy them! Ah! What?
That was awesome! Sorry for worrying you all.
Shulk. Welcome back.
Fiora.
Little brat. What's he gone and done now? Time for me to get my hands dirty.
Shulk, look out!
Huh?
Oi, kid. It's about time for your final lesson.
Dixon!
Show me what you've got. You think you've got the power to oppose Lord Zanza? Let's see how you do against me.
Alright, so You know I have to use Shulk in this battle. Absolutely have to. I'm going to arrange the party like this. Shulk's got a new Monado now. Unsurprisingly, a replica Monado. For all intents and purposes, mechanically speaking, it is, basically the same. Gonna have access to all those Monado arts and all that. That hasn't changed. One thing I do want to fix, though. Now that Fiora's back to using her regular weapons, she lost her gems. I gotta put those back on. Let's see, where's the other double attack? That's the one. And I'll put one on Shulk, too. Shulk could use that. Extra 30%. Why not? Okay. Alright. That was unfortunate. I wasn't expecting it to open up with a Soul Read right away. But that's why I had Melia come in with Mind Blast, so she could remove that aura. Sometime after the last stream, I decided to play this part just to find out how long it would, how long it would take. And when I got to this this fight in particular, it kind of took a while because I didn't have Shulk ready to use Purge. And then, the Telethia used its Soul Read aura, and then I couldn't, do anything to fix that. Speaking of fixing... Alright. I just want to get in the right spot. Oh. So much for being in the right spot. That went a lot better, I think.
That brat. How could he read my movements? What the hell's going on?
Shulk! How'd you do it? I could see it. The future. I don't have the Monado, but it came to me, Ryan. From within.
Nice one! Looks like we're back in business. Bunch of ingrates. Oi! Stop hiding and get yourself out here. I don't appreciate being left to do all the hard work. Alvis?
What? It can't be. Alvis! Not you too!
Yeah, another one of Lord Zanza's faithful. One of the Trinity.
No! How can he be one of them?
Alvis! Is this the only reason you served under my family? You traitor!
Oi! Say something! Shulk! Leave it. It doesn't matter what he is. That doesn't change anything at all. Does it? Alvis?
Yes, precisely. You must find your own path to the future.
The Telethia!
So you're just another one of Sansa's lapdogs.
Get ready, everyone.
Show them no mercy.
As you wish. Let us see that will to survive.
Just a whole lot of Telethia fighting.
Alright, time for a chain attack.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta get wild.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, well, you heard the lady. Sometimes you gotta get wild.
My turn. I'm feeling pretty good. Your actions impress me, Fiora. Melia, now! Acknowledged. Vertical box! The ether is flowing. There's more to come.
Okay, my turn. Slit edge. Keep it up.
My turn. Double blade! That was great, guys! Was that a bit too much?
We did it. How good are we?
Double blade!
Telethia Buster 7?
Looking good too, Fiora. Fiora.
Don't think I didn't notice, Shulk saying that Fiora's looking good, too. Another rain. I don't know why, but the Telethia decided to make it rain.
That all you got? Not so tough without your pet, are ya? I'll show you the will to survive!
Meddling kids.
I have seen your will to fight. It is time to decide. What do you say? Does this world belong to you, or to Zanza? Well...
Either way's good with me. But I wonder what Zanza would say about it.
He desires the same. And he sees everything. As you see, Shulk.
It's like he says.
Get back here!
You understand, don't you, Shulk?
Yeah. You can bet on it.
We'll be waiting.
We'll be on our best behavior.
And we will be the best guests you ever had.
Ah, that's quite a good comeback. I'm impressed. I'm trembling. Me. Stupid meddling kid. After all these years, I never thought the day would come when I would feel fear.
Dunban, have you seen Fiora?
I have. She said she was going out to get some air. I don't think she went far.
Thanks. I'll take a look. Fiora, here you are.
Oh, Shulk.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing.
so peaceful. It's hard to believe that we defeated a horde of Telethia just minutes ago.
Zanza wants to finish us all, so he can make the vision he's had come true. We're in the calm before the storm.
They'll be back, won't they? The Telethia. To remove us all from this world.
I won't let that happen. Whatever the future holds, we can never give in. Not to Zanza. No, not even to our destiny.
I wonder why Alvis said what he did.
Which part?
Does this world belong to us or to Zanza? Why would he side with Zanza? Power? Or maybe he wants to live forever.
Who knows? But I don't think his motives are that simple. I'm sure Alvis has some kind of plan. Otherwise, why would he speak to me in my dreams?
He spoke to you in your dreams?
That's another reason why I have to find Zanza. I have to find out why.
You and me both. I must fulfill Mayneth's wish. Shulk? You wanted to speak to me about something.
Oh, that's right. Lenarda's looking for you. She wants to examine you. She's back at Junk's.
Oh, hey, can you go ahead? I'll go and see Lenarda in a minute. I need a few minutes to myself.
Okay, no problem. Take your time.
Thank you. What can I do? If I go to see Leonarda, she'll find out what's happening to my body. I need to come up with a good excuse. Please, let me be with Shulk just a little bit longer.
Zanza is inside the Bionis. I just know it.
Dixon must be there as well.
Yes, and Alvis too.
That's all good, but how do we get to them? If they're inside the Bionis, we're gonna need to dig a pretty big hole.
How long will it take? Ricky get old soon.
It just so happens I have the answer. On the Bionis chest is a massive hole that leads inside. It's the wound made by Agil's final attack.
Then that means...
Yes. While the Allied force keeps the Telethia busy, you can sneak inside that wound and take out Zanza.
We will take Junk's. Let my father know when you are ready to depart.
Yeah! Time to knock some heads!
Ricky never lose! For Ricky family, Ricky win!
We must show this god our unyielding will to survive.
The suffering of my people will not be in vain. The crimes against our friends will not go unpunished.
Shulk!
Ready. We go to the Bionis chest. We will free our world from Zanza's curse.
Alright. So with that firm declaration of intent, the rest of the game, for all intents and purposes, has opened up. I do want to take a peek at these shops first, because there might be something for me. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna get that for Ricky. 2 slots doesn't justify it. I've already got one of those. Got several of those, but I won't need them. Wait. Okay, got those arts, and... I'm pretty sure I could have... Yeah, I've already had access to all this stuff for Fiora, and... Well, alright. Okay, got manuals for everyone. See, now that I'm not on the Mechanis and fighting mechanical enemies, I can finally get everyone some new weapons. Slots. That's still the best one for Melia, though. Anything fun here for Dunban? Yeah, I guess not. You know what? I think now that we've seen the end of Gado, it's time for, to put the past behind and let Charla finally wield a new weapon. Yeah, we'll go with the Devil Cannon. Let's see, what's got the best block rate? Wow. That's still the best one for Rhine. Okay. Not a whole lot of equipment upgrades. Well, let's just keep going with the plot a little longer, shall we? Because this isn't a point of no return or anything like that.
It's the inside of the Bionis.
It looks quite different from when we entered via the marsh.
The Bionis is regaining its biological functions.
Must be because Zanza woke it up.
Then we find Zanza and stop him.
Ah, Melia learned a new skill. Let's see how her skills are looking then. You just got Power of the Moon. Increases strength during the night. That's not terribly important. Oh well. Okay. Ah, wait, there's something on... Oh. These merchants are just along for the ride, I guess. All right.
Hello.
All right, so there are 5 more Monados that we can get. A lot of these kind of require some high-end materials, I think. Yeah, I'm almost close to being able to get them. I mean, God, look at these. Look at how not helpful these clues are. Somewhere on Bionis. These are... The ones that are from somewhere on Bionis are going to be just high-level enemies. God, and like... A demonic Everflame? Yeah, I probably Well, I don't want to say probably. There is a fair chance that I won't unlock any of these replica Monados because, like I said, they're from high-level enemies. That last one there, that demonic Everflame or whatever, it says it's from a dragon. I won't be able to get that unless I'm like level 99 or thereabouts. Somewhere in like the mid-90s. Anyway, we've got new enemy types here. Jelly Saluas. Better believe I'm going to beat this one up.
Everyone, let's go! I shall crush the enemy. I'm gonna go all out. Try and catch me. I really like how high.
Alright.
I agree.
Damn.
Double blade.
Behold the power of the Monado!
I fear I approach my limit.
Alright, I'm feeling it!
Alright, and we've got Telethia in the mix too, because why wouldn't we? Ah. I'm actually a little underleveled. That's surprising. But I'll find a way to survive. I usually do.
I missed!
Shulk, don't worry about it.
Thank you. Let's do this! Wah! Fiora, keep it coming!
Okay, my turn. Melia.
Alright, let's see what I can do. Thanks, Melia.
None can oppose us. This is how we do it.
Alright, let's try Cyclone again.
I feel. I'm really feeling it. Yay, Shulk. Go you. Now, double blade. Ether, we are victorious. We've definitely
Alright.
gotten stronger.
Active cells. Ew. So yeah, we're gonna fight a whole bunch of cellular-looking enemies. Probably why they're called Cellua.
Fiora, glad you're around. Alright, I'm feeling it. We can definitely do this.
Try and catch me.
Alright. These sure are weird-looking things, aren't they?
Nice job.
Nutritious microbes. Now I know I need some, oh, another Telethia. I know I'm gonna need some, rare drops from some of these Cellua enemies. But I already forgot which ones. So, oops.
We've definitely gotten stronger.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake indeed. Might as well. Ooh. I think now I'm starting to get level 5, yeah. Level 5 ether crystals for making gems. Also a sarsaparilla. And a Hyentia jewel. Any other collectibles hiding around here? Alright, I'm 99% sure I need something from these jelly cellulas. Am I gonna get lucky this time? No. Oh well. Let's see. Check the Collectopedia real quick. Yeah, now I can finally fill in stuff for the Bionis' interior. A very hot vegetable. The best cook on Bionis can't make this taste good.
You look well, Your Highness.
That voice. It's Lorithia. Show yourself.
Look at that. The heart of the Bionis. The pulsating life of Lord Zanza.
Quit your yapping and show yourself.
I await Your Highness here. There is something I wish to show you. Your friends are welcome to join you. That is, if they survive.
Lorithia, what are you planning?
Forget her for now. We must push on to the heart.
All right.
Alright, let's see. You know what, I think that's going to be it for today. This feels like as good a stopping point as any. We've got a whole dungeon in front of us, and I don't feel like trying to complete it all in one sitting. After all those cutscenes, I mean, it's been... Oh, gosh, how long has it been? It's been a while. I've been streaming for a while, like an hour and a half. So, yeah, that should do it for today, I think. Next time, let's see. My next day off is going to be Thursday, so we'll try for then. If I'm not feeling too great then we'll try for Saturday. We'll see. But we will pick this up again soon. We will go on this incredible voyage through the insides of the Bionis. And yeah, thank you everyone for coming out to watch. I always appreciate it. You know I do. And I look forward to seeing you all next time, where we go through this truly bizarre landscape. Oh god, I love this game so much. Alright.